What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Marlon. We are back at it again with another edition of the show. Thank you guys so much for the tremendous support. I really do appreciate you guys for watching, liking, and subscribing. And if you're first time viewer of the channel, please consider subscribing and turning on that post notification bell where we go in depth Monday through Friday when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox news. So today's Sunday. I know this is sort of like a chill day for a lot of people, but we got to talk. We have to talk. We do have some topics that we have to go over and discuss. And Sony is in the fight once again, continuing to be in the fight. And I really wanted to start off the cuff, no intro, anything like that, because they have official response to Microsoft when it comes to their offer for Call of Duty. And the thing is, man, I'm just sick and tired of this notion of Sony just whining and complaining and this constant back and forth, you know, about this deal. Like, I really want this deal to be over with. And I feel like because of this deal, it's almost as if like Sony is giving a blind eye to a lot of other things. And one of those things is the recently released PlayStation VR 2. Because I feel like PlayStation VR 2 is so expensive, at least for, you know, the norm right now. Like, a lot of people who are really not into the tech space like that to really kind of see about the other VR headsets that are currently on the market right now. And so it's crazy because they haven't really aggressively marketed PSVR 2. Some people said that they enjoyed PSVR 2. Some people saying Sony is breaking the ice with it. Some people saying that they're going to return it, right? So it's really sad when you really think about it, because Sony's biggest main focus right now, and I'm saying this because I've been a PlayStation fan since the very, very beginning, right? And in the title, as you guys can see, Sony stands a chance of losing this entire generation. If they continue to keep on doing what they're doing, and at the same time, you do have to understand that Microsoft can buy whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. Sony cannot. And you do have to wonder, when it's all said and done, the next 10 years from now, after the next 10 years from now, which that's the max that Microsoft is, you know, basically offering if this deal goes through for Call of Duty, you have to wonder if what happens after 10 years with Call of Duty, you know, considering that Microsoft basically put out a statement saying that, you know what, exclusivity does matter. And it's going to be a big part of our focus moving forward. And with Game Pass being as strong as it is now, and what Microsoft is doing with, you know, this ABK deal, and once that becomes a part of Game Pass, then Game Pass becomes unstoppable, right? And then Sony cannot compete with Game Pass at that point, because if Call of Duty becomes exclusive to Game Pass, then what happens, right? You do have to wonder, like, Sony is obviously looking at the long haul. They're looking at 20 years from now, 30 years from now, what's going to happen, right? They're not looking at this whole, 10 years, like that's short term for them. They're looking beyond 10 years. But here is my problem with Sony right now, and it pisses me off, is that you're focusing so much on this one particular game, and this one particular game, you making it seem like it's going to make or break you. Like, I mean, you might lose 20%, 30% of your player base or whatever it is if they switch over to Xbox because, well, the Xbox version is better, or, well, Microsoft is offering so much more than you guys were offering when Call of Duty was on your system, right? Or not on the system, but like you being the market leader, you marketing and having all the DLCs and things of that nature. Like, Sony is worried about stuff like that. And I'm sitting here telling you guys that that is a bunch of bull crap, because I have written down on this paper some of the memorable titles that we grew up on in the multiplayer segment for Sony. And you do have to wonder, you ask yourself, okay, Sony, are you listening to your player base? Because they responded to Microsoft officially, and they're saying that this irreparably going to harm competition or hurt competition or whatever the case may be, right? And it's like we're hearing the same narrative over and over again when it comes to Sony. Like we're hearing, oh, it's gonna harm competition because you're taking all these games that were multi-platform, and then now you're making these games exclusive to your platform, Microsoft. So yeah, that's going to hurt competition. But here's where I call out Sony on the bullcrap. Okay, Sony, you don't care about all these other Activision games. You don't. Because all you care about is Call of Duty. That's all you care about. That's all you've been stressing on. And you do realize that your image is on the line right now, which frankly, Sony don't really care, because obviously everybody is trashing them and talking about them. But at the same time, you're making such a big deal about Microsoft hurting competition with this ABK deal. But your biggest thing is one IP, one game. One game. And you know what's funny? Everybody's been tagging and talking to me about this Roblox game that's built in Roblox, like using the Roblox engine, right? And it looks better than Call of Duty. Like, I mean, the game runs good. Like, I was even looking at the game and I was like, wait, this was built in Roblox? And Sony's over here whining and complaining in their documents saying, oh, well, we can't build something. We can't build something that's remotely good enough or can even give Call of Duty time of day. Like, yes, you can. As far as popularity is concerned, like, that can happen overnight. Look at that game that's built. I don't know what the name, I think it's called Front Lines or Frontline or Front, whatever it's called, right? Like, that game already has thousands. I think maybe, I don't know. I think last time I looked, I think it was like 150 or more. That's like an overnight success type of thing. And that's a small indie studio. That's a very small indie studio, Sony. Right? And you mean to tell me, not only even just that, like, you have Killzone. I understand you tried everything that you tried with Killzone. I understand that, but you don't give up. You tried Resistance, right? I mean, okay, you stopped on Resistance, right? You tried on Resistance. You tried on Killzone, right? SOCOM. People has been asking about SOCOM forever. Since the start of this generation, people have been asking about SOCOM. You gave up on SOCOM, right? That's 3 big IP. That's 3 of your biggest multiplayer IPs. People are asking for Resistance. They're asking for Killzone. They're asking for SOCOM. Y'all remember Warhawk? You see what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Right? You have the multiplayer IPs. Like, you have the IPs, right? But at the same time, it's almost as if like you're giving up because of this one game. You're stressing so much on this one game. You're willing to ruin your image on just one game. Why? You stand to lose this entire generation over one game. I'm not understanding why. You're willing to tarnish your entire image over one game. It doesn't make any sense. Some people said Jim Ryan has to go. Some people are saying, I'm done with Sony. Right? There is so much stuff that's in development right now that we have not seen. But at the same time, that's cool and all. But you are pulling away. You are pulling away from what's important. We are pulling away from what's important right now. They're not marketing PSVR 2 as much. Oh, wait a minute. I thought we were done with PS4 generation. Oh, no, hold on just a second. No. We're going back into the PS4 generation situation. We're taking so many steps backwards after we basically saying that, oh, no, we're pushing forward with PS5. No. We're going back to the PS4 generation now because we have loyal fan bases in the PS4 generation. And people that do have to realize that PS4 was Sony's like almost last hurrah, just like Microsoft, right? With the Xbox Series generation. That was their last hurrah because after the Xbox One generation, well, Microsoft was ready to pull the plug, right? It's almost as if like they wasn't going to make another generation. But here is the thing. Microsoft is in a better position than they have ever. Regardless, I get annoyed with them buying this and buying that. And the games just don't completely blow you away. Their games are just taking longer than usual to develop. I understand these games take a long time, but whenever we do see them, it's like this underwhelming type of feeling that you get. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't know, but Microsoft is in such a great position right now. Okay, why are you saying that? Well, here's where I'm going. Here's where I'm going with this. After this ABK deal, and that gets into Game Pass, and all these games get tied into Game Pass, Microsoft is going to shoot up in subscribers. Sony knows that they cannot compete with the business model of Game Pass. They know they cannot do that. They know that that's a do or die situation. Like they know that if that happens to where Microsoft is going to run them out of the industry with Game Pass, they know that, well, it's a do or die. Like we might as well just start putting all our first party games into PlayStation Plus in order to keep up. But how long can they do that before they go under? You see what I'm saying? Not only that, I want y'all to think future wise, because that's how these corporations think, right? Microsoft can very well win this generation. Sony is dominated when it comes to console sales. Microsoft does not care about console sales. They don't really report on console sales. Microsoft can win this entire generation with one formula, y'all. All it takes is just one thing. Just one thing that is being overlooked. One thing that makes the difference. Right? I told y'all, Microsoft, all they got to do is one thing and make sure that the quality of their games is up to par with the competition. That's all they got to do. And keep adding value. Everybody wants to save money. I want to save money. You want to save money, right? That's where Game Pass comes in. But at the same time, we hear time and time again, oh yeah, Game Pass is this, Game Pass is that, yada, yada, yada. We all want to save money. If we cannot spend full price on a game, well, that's a good thing, right? Because we're saving money. And that's Microsoft's main objective this entire generation and for the future. Microsoft can have the upper hand on Sony, right? Because at the end of the day, they got Sony in a very vulnerable position right now. I don't know if we realize that. They got Sony right where they want them. Crying and complaining and screaming and yelling and, bickering about the same thing over and over again. Call of Duty, right? Making a fool out of themselves over Call of Duty, over one freaking IP. One IP. But I'm saying this out of love. I'm saying this out of love for Sony. Like you got to stop this crap. This constant back and forth, this response to Microsoft responding to you. Y'all got to stop this crap. Like, for real. Like, you need to find a way to back off. If you know that you cannot make a difference, if you know that what you're doing is taking an L, then you're going to have to back off. You're going to have to back off because it don't seem like you're going to take this deal. It don't seem like you're going to sign off on anything. Jim Ryan has already made his statement clear. Like, listen, I'm trying to block your merger. Like, we trying to block this deal from happening. Like, we don't really care about this deal. So that's already, you already defeated right there. Like, you don't want to take, and some people will say, well, Microsoft is being nice. Microsoft is being nice by giving them that type of deal. That's like the nicest deal ever, right? They don't have to extend the olive branch like that, right? But at the same time, Sony is like, nope, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. So, Sony, what do? You don't care about this deal, right? That Microsoft is, what do you do? What's next? Because it pisses me off that PlayStation fans are restless right now. They have mixed bag feelings about PSVR 2. You know, some people are saying that this is a step backwards to the original PSVR. They're not marketed it enough. Like, there's no PS5 showcase. Like, what's going on? Right? No. I tell you what's going on is we're so focused on just one game. It's almost as if like you're saying, oh, well, we're not talented enough. But we have a small indie studio that's talented enough that could make something Call of Duty. Something even remotely better than Call of Duty. Using the same mechanics of Call of Duty and making it even more refined and make it even better. Right? A small indie team. And Sony have some of the best studios in the world. They have some of the best studios in the world. And you mean to tell me that you cannot make something remotely as good as Call of Duty or even try to? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. And if Sony continues down the path that they're continuing to go down, I don't know, man. Microsoft stands a chance of taking it all and winning it all. Because if after this ABK deal, they're not going to stop. Think about what I'm saying. They are not going to stop buying studios. They're not going to stop acquiring publishers. You do realize that, right? They are not going to stop. So they're going to leg sweep Sony. This is their way of driving Sony out of competition. The only leg that Sony got to stand on, look at the model that Sony is doing. Oh, Horizon Forbidden West, basically a year old now. Dang, I can't believe I'm actually saying Horizon Forbidden West is a year old. Already in a PlayStation Plus, a year after. Right? And then after that, it's going to go to PC. Right? That's Sony business model. We're gonna run our game, our first party game, let it run its course for 12 months, maybe 2 years. Then we're gonna put it in our PlayStation Plus subscription so that, you know, we can get more players, right? And then after we get more players and more subscribers from PlayStation Plus, then we put it on PC. And then we get even more people interested, not only into PlayStation, but also into this particular IP. That's their business model, right? So they know they can't go the Game Pass route. And if they go the Game Pass route, they're going to go out of business. And that's Microsoft can play the losing game. They can afford to lose. Sony cannot. They have so much money that they can pay to be the good guy this entire generation. If it means that they're going to win, they'll stand to lose as much as possible to be the good guy as much as possible. So Sony can look like a fool, because that's what's happening to Sony right now. Sony is looking like an idiot because here they are. Microsoft got them by the feet. Microsoft got their feet tied up, right? To the point where all Sony is doing on the ground is crying out help. Oh, we need Call of Duty. None of our studios can develop anything remotely as good as Call of Duty. So we need Call of Duty. Have mercy on us, Microsoft. Have mercy on us right now. CMA, whatever, right? But at the same time, look at Sony business practices. Look at their how we hear that Sony blocked this game from going to Game Pass and their third-party exclusivity deals and things of that nature. Look at their business practice. What Microsoft tried to expose. Look at their first-party stuff that Microsoft tried to expose. Oh, they got way more stuff than us. We just trying to get ahead. We're dead last. We're trying to get ahead. We're trying to be the good guy here and offer them a 10-year deal. You understand? Not only that, but we're trying to not exclusively, selfishly keep these IPs to ourselves like Sony's been doing. No, we're trying to get even more players to be involved with our games. So with us acquiring Activision Blizzard, yes, that's more players for Call of Duty. Right?
We will make our own destiny.
That's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to be the good guy. Thank you for the dollar donation. We're trying to be the good guy here, right? We're trying to be the good guy. We're trying to offer more gamers to play our games. Sony, on the other hand, is selfishly holding these games to themselves, right? That's exclusive to their platform. Nah, we're doing the total opposite. And that, my friends, will be the turning point for Microsoft to win this entire generation. That's that same formula will allow a lot of people to jump ship from PlayStation to Xbox. Nah, Xbox is offering more value. Not only that, I don't even need an Xbox to enjoy Call of Duty. I don't even need an Xbox to enjoy all of their first-party, third-party games. I don't. Right? Sony, on the other hand, is like, listen, if you want to play our games, you got to buy our box. But moving into the future, how long can Sony do that for? Right? Because Game Pass is a threat. Always have, always will be a threat. That is the Achilles heel for Sony right now. Sony, what are you going to do? Are you going to listen to your fan base? Are you going to listen to your player base when they're asking you for all these games? What are you going to do? They're asking you for Resistance. They're asking you for SOCOM. They're asking for Metal Gear. They're asking, you know what I'm saying? They're Killzone. Like, they're asking. Did you give up on, let's go back. Let's go back down memory lane just a second here. Did you give up on Ratchet and Clank? No. Did you give up on Returnal? No. Did you give up on Death Stranding when everybody is saying, no, we don't care about this freaking UPS simulator? Did you give up on that game? No. Did you give up on God of War? No. Is every single God of War game perfect? No. What is PlayStation fans asking about the most right now? Multiplayer games. Sony, we need multiplayer games. How about you bring this back? Bring that back. Bring this back. Don't give up. Keep fighting. It's almost as if like Sony just sit back and just like, you know what? We give up, bro. We tried Killzone. We tried SOCOM. We tried Resistance. We had what? MAG. We had Haze. Y'all remember Haze? We tried multiplayer stuff. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? We tried all these games. So please give us Call of Duty. Please, we need Call of Duty. That's our last haven. We tried all these games in the past and they did not work. So clearly our first party studios cannot develop something strong enough to go up against Call of Duty. That is not true, man. That is not true. That is not true. That is far from the truth. You got to keep going. Not every single Call of Duty game was perfect. Call of Duty had some lows. It had some highs. It had some mids, whatever the case may be. And Call of Duty is still in existence today. That could have been the same for Killzone. Why give up after Shadow? Why give up? Why give up? Why not keep pushing? Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand like Sony's mentality. I just don't. And guys, you see, because of this ABK deal, it's affecting every single thing in our industry right now. It's affecting Sony big time. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. It's affecting the industry because that is the main topic of discussion. They just came out, bro. They just came out with this $600 device. I don't even really see nobody talking about this as much. $600 device. People saying that they're going to return this thing. People saying that, oh, it's not all that great as I was expecting it to be. Right? There's not enough software that really pulls me in. Oh, I'm ready to bring this back. Sony ain't even really marketing this like they supposed to. I get it that everybody don't love VR. I understand that. But Sony, this is a new piece of hardware. You see what I'm saying? This is a new piece of hardware. And you're not aggressively marketing this thing. Why? Why is that? Because you're so busy fighting with Microsoft. And for all we know, from what I've been hearing from everybody, oh, the deal is pretty much complete. So if the deal is pretty much complete and you are still not accepting this deal, then you're just out there in the cold. What are you going to do in the long run? Yeah, I understand the deal that you have in place with Activision right now for a certain amount of Call of Duty games. But what do you do in the future? Are you still going to fight and hassle with Microsoft about Call of Duty? Or you're just going to back off and be like, you know what? Y'all can have that because we're Sony and we're talented enough to stand on our own 2 feet. To stand on our own 2 feet and build something robust enough, strong enough, competitively enough to go up against you guys with your Call of Duty, with your precious Call of Duty. Yes, we can. Now, that's the Sony that I'm talking about. You see, this is why I say Sony is not perfect. They're not. They're known for making high quality AAA first party experiences. That's what they're known for. But at the end of the day, that's why you see Sony stepping back, right? You see them stepping back from just making single player stuff because single player stuff cannot win the race. You see what Microsoft is doing? Microsoft is doing something totally different, right? They took the Netflix formula and they about to win. Honestly, they about to win with this Game Pass Netflix formula. If Sony keeps on going that route, whining and complaining every time they buy Take-Two. Oh, let's whine and complain about Grand Theft Auto. Oh, they take Sega. Oh, let's whine and freaking complain about Sonic. Let's whine and complain about Yakuza. Let's whine and complain about everything. Right? Because at the end of the day, you might sit there and say, oh, I want this to be blocked. What if it don't get blocked? What if it goes through? That's another W for Microsoft. You see, that is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Microsoft is still in this fight. This is not the PS4 generation. This is not the 360 generation. This is not the PS2 generation. Okay? This is a whole complete different ball game. Now we're in a whole different age. We're in a whole different time frame. This is a whole different ball game. In order for you to win, you got to change up some things. Sony don't want to change up anything. Sony want to be the same old Sony. they want to be the same old Sony. You see what I'm saying? With the exception of a few tweaks. Let's upgrade the server blades to our servers so that people can stream. I get to that donation. Thank you so much. Let's upgrade our server blade so that people can stream PS5 games. Let's tap into the mobile segment because Microsoft is killing it in that area. Microsoft is unstoppable. Sony knows that they don't have a leg to stand on in the mobile segment or in the cloud segment. You see what I'm saying? Microsoft is in a very good position, y'all. As much as some Sony fans don't want to admit it, they're unstoppable right now. Who else? Google tried. They failed miserably. Amazon, not so much. They're not even close to where Microsoft is. All they got to do is improve the latency. All they have to do is improve the quality of their cloud gaming, and they are A1. Because of the cloud, they're able to put their games in places where it's never been before. Are y'all rocking with me right now? Am I preaching a sermon today right now? It's two different companies, two different type of competition. Only thing is, one is still in the console space. The other one is 100% in the console space, but trying to build around the console space. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at this. $10 donation says they can hurt Xbox if they reject the deal and let Xbox keep COD exclusive and at the same time bring Soulcom back. Trust me, Microsoft is gonna go crazy because they not gonna make much money. But here's the thing though. Thank you so much for that. Hold on. Let me put this precious piece of unadvertised product down. Here's the thing. Microsoft knows. Hold on. Hold on to your seat, boys. Microsoft knows that in order for Call of Duty to shine, it needs to be on more platforms. Hence why they've been going around on a whole charade with an ad basically saying 150 million players will have access to Call of Duty like never before, right? They know that they cannot really afford to keep COD just on Xbox, right? They have to push it. They have to distribute it as many platforms as possible. Why do you think that they're trying to really sweeten the deal even further? And basically saying in their document that, listen, PlayStation Plus stands to be better if they accept this deal. Like, we're willing to give them Call of Duty day and date. We're willing to give them the same treatment that we're getting on Game Pass. Right? We're willing to do that. We're willing to allow them to have the same quality that we're having when it comes to Call of Duty, the same content, same everything, day and date, ladies and gentlemen. So, and Sony is still saying no. They're still saying no. They're still like, no. regardless of what Sony may think, like, oh, Activision's going to give us a buggy, glitchy version of Call of Duty. Regardless of that, right? Regardless of Sony thinking that, whoa, we're going to be shafted. We're literally going to be shafted. If we don't stand up and fight and get this game, we're going to be shafted if we take this deal. We want this to be blocked. But Sony, here is what you're not looking at, Sony. What if this deal backfires on you, Sony? What do you do? What if things don't go the way you want it to go? What do you do?
We will make our own destiny.
What do you do? Thank you so much, Mr. Nix, for the $10. Says, let's keep it a bean, family. Banks failing and credit and being shrinked left and right. Sony need to spend on future games and immolation instead for Call of Duty crying before that 5 billion before become 500K, before that 5 billion become 500K. You know what? I couldn't agree more with you, bro. I couldn't agree more with you. There are issues going on with Sony right now. Major issues at play right now. Right? Major issues at play right now. Yeah, just like you said. Oh, what happened to PS3? Oh, wait a minute. People are having issues playing PS3 games. Oh, yeah. We working on immolation. Okay, what's going on with that? Right? What's going on with full backwards compatibility? Right? What's going on? Hold on. What's going on with the multiplayer games? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Something that was supposedly labeled as a PS5 only game. Oh, wait. Now it's coming to PS4. Like, everything is falling apart. Oh, wait a minute. This crown jewel right here. This expensive piece of tech. Oh, wait a minute. Not being promoted or advertised as much. Because we're so busy about one game. I'm not understanding. Just like Mr. Nix just said, you got $5 billion to spend. And here's the thing. It's not that $5 billion is not just for PlayStation. It's for Sony as well. For Sony's entire company. That's how much money they have to spend. $5 billion. So they clearly cannot buy Take-Two. So clearly that rumor is out. It's in the toilet. Flush it. It's over. Right? So clearly you only have enough to buy studios. Right? So what do you do? What do you do? Sony, what do you do? You know you can't go toe to toe with Microsoft with buying publishers and buying bigger studios. You cannot. So what do? You stand to lose this entire generation. I mean, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's almost as if like it only take one more move for Microsoft and it's going to be tough for Sony to compete with them. If they after this ABK deal, if they go ahead and buy another, which Microsoft said they're not done yet. So you know what that means. They're going to buy more. It only takes one more big publisher. We don't know what that big publisher is. It only takes them to buy one more big publisher. And that's going to be trouble for Sony. Because you see, Sony themselves knows that we can't just live off of first party games. We need the help of our third party. That's why Sony is responding to Microsoft. Saying that, listen, this hurts competition. This is hurting our industry. You buying up everything to make it exclusive to your platform, to your service. That is hurting competition because those games that you're buying to have exclusive to your service should be on other platforms. But Sony, you are such a hypocrite. You're such a hypocrite. Why is Sony a hypocrite? Well, you don't even care. You see what I'm saying about these companies? You don't even care about all those other Activision Blizzard games. All you care about is just one freaking game. Like it's the second coming of Christ or something. Oh, it's the second coming of Christ. That's all we care about, right? We don't care about getting our souls right. We don't care about winning as many souls to Christ as possible. No. The only thing that we're focusing on is Christ coming back. But what about getting yourself ready? What about being prepared? Because when he's here, it's wrap time. It's game over. It's too late to get right. When he's here, it's too late. I'm using that analogy because this is how they're making it seem like Call of Duty is the holy grail. Let's give a blind eye to all the other Activision games. We don't care about all them Activision games. All we care about is just one game. Come on, man. Come on. Why is it so? Come on. Why is it so hard? Focus on the other games too. People play other Activision games on PlayStation. You're not talking about that. What you're talking about is just one freaking game. One game that, yeah, it will hurt you if you don't take this deal. It will hurt you if it becomes exclusive, but it is what it is. You live to fight another day. You have to focus on what's more important. Okay, they go buy Take-Two. Now it's just almost as if like the game that makes the most money for Sony is what they're going to whine and complain about. That's what they're going to whine and complain about. It's like, oh, you're taking GTA 6. Oh, this is going to hurt competition. It's going to hurt competition. Well, what about all the other Take-Two games? It's the same. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's like they don't care about all the other Take-Two IPs. Oh, no. We don't care about all the other Take-Two IPs. All we care about is GTA 6. It's going to be the same thing if Microsoft goes around and buy Take-Two. Mark my word. Mark my word what I'm telling y'all. They're going to whine and complain about GTA. They're going to say, oh, we need GTA. Oh, this is bad for competition. Oh, this, oh, that. They're going to whine and complain again. Can't just be about one freaking game. Is Roblox on PlayStation? No, it's not. I've never seen Roblox on PlayStation. Is Minecraft on PlayStation? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Right? Phil Spencer himself even been promoting it. Right? But at the same, I don't see you whining and complaining about Minecraft. Minecraft does crazier numbers than Call of Duty. I don't see you whining and complaining about Minecraft. Oh, you were all good. Oh, you sweep that under the rug. Oh, it's Minecraft. Oh, it's on our platform. Oh, we don't really care. But let's whine and complain about Call of Duty. Because here's the thing. Remember Killzone. Hold on. Woo! Get your gloves on, y'all.
We will make our
Here's the thing.
Destiny.
Killzone was supposed to be a Halo killer. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Killzone was supposed to be a Halo killer. Halo is still in existence today. At least they're still trying with Halo. Sony like, nope. Yeah. After Shadowfall. We done. We crushing the IP. We shutting everything off. We tried with Killzone. It was supposed to be a Halo killer. It was supposed to be genre defining. Right? Oh, we're done with Killzone. It's over. It's wrap time. We ain't even bother wasting any more time with Killzone. See what Microsoft doing? They still got give credit where credit's due. They still fighting with Gears. They still fighting with Halo. Come on, guys. I don't know. But Sony quits. Sony quits on all these IPs that I just mentioned. They quit on SOCOM. They quit on Resistance. They quit on Killzone. They quit on MAG. They quit on Haze. They quit on all these freaking Warhawk. Microsoft's still going. Still going. Whether it's a flop or not, Microsoft's still going. Microsoft's still swinging. Still fighting. Halo ain't like what it used to be, but we gonna still fight. Maybe one of these days we might get Halo right again. Hey, you can't blame him. Keep pushing. As long as people still playing, as long as people still signing up for Game Pass, we gonna keep making Halo. Not good enough for Sony. Sony like, nope, forget that, dog. Let me get to these super chats real quick. Thank you guys so much for the support because it helps us keep the lights on. Thank you so much for the $2. Says, if one person needs to talk to Jim Ryan, I'll pick you. Thank you so much because, yo, you have no idea. You literally have no idea. I would go to Jim Ryan and be like, listen, yo, we got to stop. We got to stop whining about Call of Duty. We got to get back to the drawing board. We got to get back. We got to get back to striking fear in the competition. Sony is not striking fear to the competition. That's why Microsoft is walking all over them right now. That's why Microsoft is getting away with what they're getting away with right now. Sony is striking fear in Microsoft. How does Sony look right now, this entire generation, since this ABK deal? Weak. Weak. Let's stop. If I was on a call with Jim Ryan right now, I'd be like, let's stop looking so freaking weak. Let's stop looking so weak. Let's back off of this ABK deal. Let them have it. Let them have it. Let the deal go through. Let's stop whining and complaining about Call of Duty. Let's get back to the drawing board. Let's shake up the industry. There's too many talent out there in the industry. You're saying you're cutting yourself short and saying that none of your first-party studios can develop something strong enough to go up against Call of Duty. That's a lie. There's so many. You're cutting yourself short, and you say that none of your first-party studios can develop anything remotely as good as Call of Duty. That's a lie. But there's so much talent out there. You got, I don't know how much out of that $5 billion you have, but you can hire, you can buy, you can partner up. It's Sony. Nobody's going to back down from Sony. You know what I mean? If they go around and say, hey, you know what? We need to hire some talented people to build something remotely as good as Call of Duty. I know it's going to take us a long time to get that pop, but look at the overnight success of Front Lines. Something that was built inside of roadblocks. It is not that freaking hard. Look at Fortnite. Look at Fortnite. Still going. After what? 5 years? 6 years? Fortnite is still going. Some people would argue and say, well, Fortnite is even more popular than freaking Call of Duty. Seasons after seasons. Come on, Sony. You can have something like that that's exclusive to your platform that's buzzing and making a lot of noise. Are you kidding me? With the talent that y'all have? Shame on Sony. Shame. A shame. Bro. Mr. Nix, thank you for the 5. He says, ABK deal plus time exclusive and custom DL for GTA 6 is a... yeah, it's a death nail, all right. In the pony for real, for real. Listen, bro. If Microsoft, I'm telling you right now, if Microsoft gets their hands on Take-Two, yeah, Sony might want to rethink everything they're doing. If they get their hands on Take-Two, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Sony might not have no more leg to stand on. They get a hold of Take-Two. Can you imagine them getting Take-Two and putting all of those Take-Two games into Game Pass? Woo! I'm telling you, man, this is it right here. This is the turning point. What's up, Nintendo YouTuber? This is the turning point. This is the turning point. I'm telling you, the 360 generation, see, Sony lost a lot of money in the PS3 generation. Sony made a lot of mistakes in the PS3 generation, almost losing the entire generation, only to come back in sales towards the end of the PS3 and 360 generation. They almost lost it, right? Because they made so much mistakes. And they come back. They didn't thought that the PS4 was going to take off as well as it did. But it did. Right? It saved them. Right? And it's almost as if like, Sony, you didn't learn anything from PS3. You didn't learn anything from PS4. Like, what's going on? But guys, I'm telling you, man, Microsoft is in a better position than they have ever been in. Regardless, say what you want to say about their consoles not remotely selling, you know, as good as PlayStation. I agree with you on that because that's Sony's bread and butter, right? They're always going to outshine Microsoft in sales when it comes to their hardware. Say what you want about quality when it comes to Sony, because that's their recipe. Not every single game is quality, but people can agree with you on that. But Microsoft, I'm telling you, man, I've been sitting down thinking about it, and I said, man, Microsoft can win this entire generation right under our nose. And Sony could just lose. Sony is not going to be the market leader forever. I'm telling you that right now. Because Microsoft is like, you know what? We know how to hurt Sony. We know how to expose Sony. I'm telling you. We have officially found Sony's weak spot, and it's Call of Duty. Because they're crying and complaining for what, 2 years now? They've just been whining and complaining. Right? Bickering about one game. So Microsoft has officially, well, yeah, we got the weak spot. We know how to hurt Sony. We know what we need to keep doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a sad situation that we're living in right now in gaming. Gaming is not the same anymore. I don't know how many times I have to stress this, but gaming is not the same anymore because now it's just kind of like we're seeing Sony, a different Sony now. This is not the same Sony that we come to know and love and this and that, whatever the case may be. But hey, you know what? I don't know. I really, really don't know. But guys, I'm going to say this, man. Sony really have to find a way to pivot beyond Call of Duty. They have to, because I'm getting tired of it. Every day I wake up, every week I wake up, you know, it's Sony going back at Microsoft, Microsoft going back at Sony. This is all our industry is right now. Right? And Sony just making a fool out of themselves with Call of Duty, whining and complaining about Call of Duty. And Microsoft is just kind of like, oh no, we're the good guy. This is what we're going to offer. That's the reality. That's the reality. That's the truth. Some of y'all don't want to hear it. Some of y'all being negative, but Sony is in the crosshairs. Sony is in Microsoft crosshairs with Game Pass. And I don't know, man. I don't know. At the rate that Sony is going, I don't know. Because you can't just be whining. You have to do something. You have to do something. What is it that you're going to do? I don't know. Some people saying get back Jack Tretton. Some people saying get back Sean Layden. I don't know, man. I don't know. If Jack Tretton or if whoever is in power from the past, you think PlayStation would be different right now? Maybe. I don't know. We'll never know that answer because Jim Ryan is where they're at. Jim Ryan is where they're at. But here's the other thing too that I will say. If this deal goes through, it's the last thing I'm going to say, and then we're going to get into the topics. If this deal goes through, And Sony stands to lose out on COD with the way how they want. Will Sony be going out of business? No. Sony will still be relevant, but not like they used to be. Because Call of Duty is apparently one of the biggest reasons why people buy PS5s. It's not so much of the first party games, apparently. You guys remember us covering that story. More people buy PS5s not because of first party games, but because of third party stuff. Sony will be fine, right? They'll find a way. But at the same time, how long can they be fine for? If they don't do something, what are they going to do? If Microsoft just keep buying stuff, what are they going to do? How are they going to answer back? Don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. We will see. I see a lot of you guys are saying a bunch of stuff, but hey, man, at the end of the day, is Sony going to go out of business if this deal goes through? No, never said they will, but it's going to put them in a very hard place because they're going to have to figure out how to answer back. And like I said before, I too have to realize, like, Microsoft is a big threat. They're a big threat with Game Pass. They are. That's why Sony switch up their game with PlayStation Plus. Right? They switch up their game with PlayStation Plus. They tied PlayStation Now into PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now into PlayStation Plus, and revamp all this stuff to try to be more Game Pass like. So it's very apparent. But like I said before, you have to look at it from both sides. Some of y'all saying what y'all saying. I know some of y'all are hardcore PlayStation fanboys, and that's completely fine. But the truth is the truth. You have to look at it from a different coin. You can't just look at it one way. You have to look at it from a different lens. Will Sony be fine? Yes, they'll be fine. They're not going to go out of business, but they're going to be hurting. Because if Microsoft keeps buying like they are, they're going to be hurting. You see how they're hurting over just one game? You see how this whole big old one game is making a big old ordeal? People are coming after Sony, saying that Sony is the worst right now. Look around you. Look around you and hear what people are saying. I'm just saying. Doesn't matter how much of a hardcore fan you are. You see what I'm saying? Look around you. Look at what everybody else is saying. Look at the direction that Sony is going in. Right? Because all some of y'all thinking about is Spider-Man 2. And all y'all thinking about is Metal Gear. And all y'all thinking about is this game and that game. Yeah, that's first party stuff. Sony needs third party to stand on. What is Sony going to do? That's what y'all need to be thinking about. Stop thinking about Spider-Man 2. Stop thinking about all that. You see the direction of the industry. It's buying season. Everybody buying somebody. Everybody is doing something. Right? This is a whole different approach. We can't just focus on just first party stuff. We have to look at everything. We have to look at everything. What is Sony going to do? We still talking about first party games. And Sony themselves don't even have enough faith in their first party games. Apparently they don't. Because where's Resistance? Where's SOCOM? Where's Killzone? Where's those 3 big titles? Where are those games at? How long since the last time we even had any of those games? Look what happened to Days Gone, which that situation is even more than what meets the eye. It's not really necessarily a Sony fault. Apparently, it's the studio's fault. Just look at a lot of their IPs. And you could see the ones that are strong and continuously coming back because they're making so much money and whatever the case may be. But what about the titles that you guys are asking for? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know because everybody is coming after me. Oh, you just flip-flop. What is it that I'm flip-flopping on? Because I'm not triumphing Sony. I'm not like, oh, Sony this, Sony that. No. Look at it from a different lens. Look at what's going on right now. Microsoft can win this entire generation, bro. Just with Game Pass. Just with one formula. Just with Game Pass. I'm not saying that Sony's not going to be fine. Yeah, they're going to be fine. They're not going to go out of business, but they're going to have to do something. What is Sony going to do? What is Sony going to do? I don't care. Say if I'm fake. I don't care. Why are you even here? Why are you even here? I don't care. I don't care. I told you guys. You cannot win. You cannot win. You see what I'm telling you? Like, if you're not pro Xbox, or you're not pro PlayStation, if you're not saying the right things, you are the ones that are fake. Man, you guys are faker than a $2 goldfish. You see what I'm saying? Oh, if you're not praising and worshiping Sony, you see what I'm saying? If you're not praising Sony's every move, everything that Sony does, oh, it's a W. Then here comes the defense force. I don't care. Say whatever you want to say. Why are you here? There's the door. I've always said that. Don't be here. If I'm so fake, if I'm so flip-flopping, then why are you here? Why are you being an internet thug? Why are you typing away on your keyboard? Who cares? Why are you here? Do us all a favor. Exit the room. If I'm so fake, right? You typing away on your little keyboard because some of y'all don't want to hear the truth. Some of y'all don't want to hear the truth. If I'm not sitting here, oh yeah, Sony, yeah. But no, the minute you say something different, the minute you're trying to be realistic, because this is all this is being real. What is Sony doing right now? Whining and complaining about Call of Duty. That's all they're doing. They just responded to Microsoft, right? Officially responded to what's the base of it? Behind Call of Duty. But they don't care about all the other games that Activision got. This is another statement from them. And it has to do with Call of Duty once again. You guys don't want to hear the realistic approach. All you guys want to do is hear the same old bull crap every single day. You want me to be so pro Sony and you want me to be dunking on Xbox every single day or dunking on Sony and dunking on Xbox. Like that's what y'all want. Y'all want me to be so pro Sony or so pro Xbox. The cycle never ends, bro. It never, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You can't please everybody. And I am so sick and tired of it. If I'm so fake, if I'm not so real, get out of here. Simple as that. I'm not holding you handcuffed to here. If you're not happy, bro, it's easy. Get out of here. Skip it. Let's go. Jump. Let's go. Get out. Not stopping you, bro. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. Why are you here? Go. Get going. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of viewers. I don't care about none of that. If you don't want to be here, that's fine. There's other channels out there who's going to lie to y'all, who's going to sit there and beg y'all to be there and this and that. If you don't want to be here, if you don't respect what I'm saying, that's fine. I don't care. I've been doing this. I put so much of my life into YouTube. I've been doing this since I was 18. Since I was 18. All right? Been doing this for a long time. Some of y'all were probably in high school, maybe middle school when I was doing this. You understand what I'm saying? I seen it all, bro. I seen it. I don't care. None of y'all little comments scare me. I don't care. I'm getting text message saying, oh, you're getting so much hate on your stream. I don't care. I don't care. That's the difference between me and everybody else. I don't care. Say whatever y'all want to say. Why are you here? I'm always going to shoot straight, bro. I'm always going to shoot straight. I don't care about y'all negative comment. Keep your negative comment to yourself. Period. End of story. Is either you're going to look at things realistically and say, hey, Sony got to do something. They can't just be bickering and complaining about Call of Duty. That's all I've been saying this whole time. What are you going to do about these IPs right here? What are you going to do about these IPs? What are you going to do about them? That's all I'm saying. What are you going to do about those IPs? What are you going to do about this that you're not promoting? And all of a sudden, you're flip-flopping. What the heck? What is it I'm flip-flopping about? When I'm trying to spread awareness. Sony, you need to focus on this too. People are jumping ship off of this too. But no, you're backpedaling. What the hell am I backpedaling about? When I'm sitting here saying you're focusing so much on this Call of Duty deal that you need to focus on these. This is what you need to focus on.
We will make our own destiny.
But no, you flip-flopping. Oh no. You said this today, you said this tomorrow. All I'm doing is spreading awareness. And I'm getting crucified. I'm getting crucified for saying, Sony, you need to spread awareness on this. Sony, you need to stop focusing on just one thing. Give us what we want. We want a PS5 showcase. We heard that it's coming. We don't know when it's coming. You're giving a blind eye to something that you just released. People been asking for Killzone, for SOCOM, for all these other IPs. Oh, you shooting yourself short. You said that you can't develop something strong enough to go up against. That's a lie. Focus on something else. We know there's tons of stuff in development. But no. Y'all coming after me. Yeah, no, you just flip-flop. No. Because y'all want me to give a blind eye to everything else. That's being fake. I'm not going to be fake. All I'm doing is trying to spread awareness. All I'm saying is, like, look at what Microsoft is doing. What Microsoft is doing, Sony cannot do. So Sony, what are you going to do? That's all I've been doing. And now y'all coming after me. Oh, you just what? Then why are you here? I'm not going to kiss anybody's behind for being here, bro. I swear on everything I love. It pisses me off, bro. Like it's irritating. You see what I'm saying? Then why are you here, dog? Do me get out of here. I don't care who you is. Bye. Go. Pisses me off, man. Sad world we live in. It's almost as if like, it's like if you get critical about a company and you start being aggressive about a company and you give your opinion about a company. Oh, you're fake. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. Oh, you just doing this because of this. But you can't just genuinely feel the way how you feel. This is why things never change. This is why we get the same bullcrap served up on a platter. It pisses me off. Y'all know I speak my mind. I don't care. I don't care, dog. Say whatever you want to say about me, dog. I'm still going to wake up every day. I'm still going to do what I do best.
We will.
And I'm going to get the games that I get from Sony or get the games that I get from whoever. And I'm always going to be honest with my review. I'm always going to be me and I'm always going to do me. I don't care. Don't care. Thank you, CeeLo, for the 35 months. It says, props for being unbiased. PlayStation or Xbox, play where you want to play. But facts. I mean, play where you want to play. At the end of the day, like, I mean, PlayStation, Xbox, play whatever you want. Thank you for the $5. It helps us out. Play whatever you want to play. You guys know I love Sony. You guys know that I love their games more than I love Xbox games. That's a fact. I'm not lying about that, but that's not going to stop me from getting critical on Sony. I told you guys. That's not flip-flopping. That's being real. Like, Sony, get yourself together. You make it seem like you don't have talent. You make it seem like you don't have an idea or standing on your own 2 feet and developing something strong enough to go up against COD or to have something strong enough to go up against Microsoft. You're being weak. Oh, no, you're flip-flopping. Oh, no, you're this. Oh, no, you're that. Okay, dog. Okay. Let's see what y'all have to say about this now. Let's get on with this topic. Let's see if y'all gonna come after me and say, "Oh, you're flip-flopping." Let's see about this topic.
McShawn W $1. You ain't speaking nothing but the truth, bro. It's all facts because they can't take the heat, but you know what they say, if you ain't ready for the smoke, don't come out to the battlefield. Some people just blindsided to being a fanboy.
Hey, man, hey, that's nothing far from the truth. I told you about, everybody always come at me. Oh, you're a PlayStation channel. You're just a PlayStation fanboy. Okay, fine. Whatever you want to say. But here's the narrative. Here's a double-edged sword. The same fan base that y'all said that I currently have, like predominantly have, right? They'll come after me. If I say something wrong or I don't say something that they want to hear from PlayStation, they come in, my own people. Your own people will come after you. You say that the wrong things, you do the wrong things, they come after you, dog. That's just the way it is. It's a double-edged sword. You cannot win. But do I care? No, because I'm always going to stand for what's right. I'm always going to speak from the heart. Doesn't matter what nobody say about me, dog. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with the Nintendo fan base. You can praise Nintendo for all their anti-consumer practices, for them doing the same old thing since the dawn of time. But the minute you say something wrong about Nintendo, they come after you. It's the same thing with every fan base. I don't care. I've seen it all. I've done it all. It is what it is. I can hang my hat up tomorrow and retire and leave all of this behind. It don't matter to me one way or the other, dog. Like, I've already experienced it. I've been on the Nintendo fan base hardcore, calling Nintendo out on their bull crap with their lackluster UI, with their lackluster multiplayer experience, right? Calling them out, you know, remastering and remaking games that people aren't really asking for just to milk, right? Just like all these other companies doing the same thing. And they come after me for calling them out for their lackluster experience. You see what I'm saying? Nintendo, get it together. Stop doing this, stop doing that. Oh, they come after me. Oh, you're just this. And then later on, they're like, oh, Marlon was telling the truth. Marlon was telling the truth. That's why I get my respect from Nintendo fans, because I've been hardcore Nintendo since the very beginning, calling them out on their bullcrap, praising them for the right things and calling them out on their bullcrap, right? And the narrative is different now, because now they see, oh, Nintendo just doing this, Nintendo is just doing that. You see what I'm saying? Nintendo charging $70 now. Nintendo still got the Switch going now. It's time for a Switch 2 now. It's time for this. It's time for that. It's time for a change. Now, especially when they're having Call of Duty or whatever, how's that going to run on Switch? How's the online going to be? Come on, guys. Here's where a lot of people are going to get pissed off. And I don't care if they get pissed off, because this is the same Sony that y'all trying to protect. Hold on. Give me this pen. Give me this pen right quick. I'm about to go in right now. This is the same Sony y'all trying to protect. Okay? And at the same time, you come after Sony and say, Sony, stop making things on PS4. Hold on, just a second. Hold on, here we go. Here we freaking go. Because this might very well happen. Hold on, here we go. Yeah, this precious Sony that you guys think is so perfect. Okay, let's get to the freaking news. Okay, here we go. Now some of y'all gonna change your narrative right now, because Sony is so perfect. Oh, wait a minute. What are you talking about, Marlon? The Last of Us multiplayer could be coming to PS4 from a job listing. Oh, here they come. Here they come now. When Sony just made it very apparent that they're graduating from PS4 to PS5. Oh, wait a minute. This is a multiplayer experience that's supposed to just be for PS5. Oh, no. It cannot be happening. The almighty Sony could not be taking 2 steps backwards after they said, oh, no. Yeah. This is going to be PS5 only. Yeah. We're pushing everything towards, PS5 only. Wait a minute, The Last of Us Factions 2 is going to be coming to PS4 too? Wait, what? Oh no, this cannot be happening. Oh baby girl, this cannot be happening. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? What? Jim Ryan, what? We believe in generations, what? Oh my God, wait a minute, what's happening here? Oh, what? Factions 2 on PS4? Y'all can't even put Burning Shores Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores on PS5, but you're going to put Factions 2 when PS5 really do need more multiplayer games? And you're going to put that on PS4 as well? What? See y'all defend that now. Defend that. See y'all defend that. Because that could very well happen. That could very well happen. It says it's spotted by MO Post via Reddit. The job listing for an associated multiplayer quality assurance tester development support states that Naughty Dog is specifically looking for someone with working knowledge for PS4 and PS5 systems to help develop The Last of Us multiplayer. Woo! See how y'all like them apples now? Because since we need to defend everything that Sony does. We need to be handcuffed to everything that Sony does. We don't need to call them out. We need to just sweep everything under the rug. Everything Sony does, everything Sony touches, gold. Come on, man. But some of y'all same fans. You see what I'm talking about? Oh, but you're flip-flopping. Oh, you're this, you're that. But it's some of y'all same fans get on Sony's neck. Stop developing things for PS4. Push forward to PS5. How y'all like them apples now? That Sony, apparently, we don't even know yet, that Factions 2 might very well be on PS4. How do you like them apples now? But y'all coming after me. Wow. Wow. Here's the narrative now. Oh, wait. We're not even done reading the article yet. Hold on just a second before you come with your pitchforks, okay? A PS5 only release makes sense at this point in the console life. Of course it makes sense. Why is Sony going backwards to PS4? Oh, wait. Oh, hold on just a second. I'll tell you why they're doing that. Tell you why they're doing that. You think they care? Nah. They care about that good old green. You didn't hear Hiroki Totoki basically saying, "Oh yeah, we're trying to sell 60 million PS5s." But hold on, because we're trying to do 60 million PS5s, here's the narrative that you need to hear and understand. Here is the narrative. We have too many loyal fans on PS4. So in order for us to transfer those people that are on PS4 to PS5, we need to keep making games. We need to keep making games for PS4 in hopes that they come over. Not just making the games exclusive enough is not going to really push them over to the edge. Wow. But y'all coming after me though. But Sony themselves have shown you guys that they flip-flop. Sony themselves have shown you guys that they've been two-faced. Sony themselves have shown you guys they've been two-edged sword. But y'all coming after me, though. How many times have Sony said something and go back on it? Y'all make it seem like Sony is perfect when they're not. Get out of here with that bullcrap. Right? Sony is so perfect, right? How many times has Sony said they're going to do something and back up and do the total opposite? Oh, yeah. GT7 was supposed to be PS5 exclusive. Oh, wait a minute. No, it ain't. No, it's coming on PS4 as well. How y'all like them apples? Oh, yeah. How about the time when Sony said, oh, yeah, we're going to make Horizon free from PS4 to PS5, but then they come back door and start charging y'all money. But when I stand up and start calling Sony out on their bull crap, guess what? I was wrong for that as well. Oh, you just this, you're just that. Calling them out, Sony. No. It's right here in writing, Sony. It's right here in writing. You said, Sony, out of your own mouth that this was supposed to be free. Isn't that flip-flopping? Isn't that being fake? Isn't that being a two-edged sword? Yeah. Yeah. But now, no. Hold up. A game like Factions 2 that a lot of you all were expecting to be a PS5 only game, apparently it's PS4 as well. How do y'all feel about that one? In this life, we're 3 years into the life cycle, which we have already heard from Jim Ryan, basically said between 2024 to 2025, they're still going to support PS4. You see. But some of the bigger how would we feel if Spider-Man 2, if this is doggone, you can't even trust Sony at this point. You can't even trust them, because if this is apparently a last generation game, what's going to happen to Spider-Man 2? The game that everybody's been, oh boy, including me. Oh man, Spider-Man 2 is going to be fire. But what if it's PS4 as well? What if Sony changed their mind and put it on PS4? Anyways, let's finish reading this article because we got other crap to do. We ain't got time to be wasting crap on this. PS5 only release makes sense at this point in the console life cycle, but some players are holding out hope for a last-gen version. We would advise keeping the expectations in check because this job requirement alone doesn't mean that The Last of Us multiplayer is certainly heading to PS4. The game begun development during the PS4 era, so it is probably hiring someone who is well-versed in both PS4 and PS5 game development. Sony recently said that it's now actively pushing last-gen players to make the jump to PS5 to help with that. The console is now easily available to online retailers around the globe. Like I said, it's like Sony say one thing, and then in the back of your head, you got to prepare for something else. Not saying that Factions 2 is going to be on PS4, but you just don't know. There was a lot of games that we were expecting to just be on PS5 only, and it ends up being on PS4. Right? I don't know, guys. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I know some of you guys are not going to be happy about that. You're not going to be happy about that. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and let's move along. Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls. Hey! A game that remotely was labeled as, oh, it was just for PS. No, it was not for PS at all. Xbox only, right? I mean, obviously at this point, like Elder Scrolls 6, oh yeah, that's for Xbox. It's exclusive to Xbox. Wait a minute. Hold on just a second. Hold on to your seats. Not that some of you guys really care about Elder Scrolls 6 coming to PS5, right? Let's talk about this. So, and this is actually coming directly from a Microsoft document. It says right here that Elder Scrolls 6 might release on PS5. Microsoft documents suggest. So it says right here, newly released Microsoft documents pertaining to the proposed Activision Blizzard deal have given birth to speculations that the Elder Scrolls 6 PS5 release isn't ruled out after all. Ooh. The company has never outright denied the possibility of a PS5 release, but did hint that Elder Scrolls 6 could be an Xbox console exclusive. Ooh. Why fans think Microsoft documents may be referring to Elder Scrolls 6 PS5. As pointed out by Axios' Stephen Toltillo, Microsoft said last week that 2 upcoming ZeniMax games are set to release on Xbox and PC only. The statement was made as a part of an ongoing case regarding the Activision deal. Here is where things get interesting.
Wolf, $3. What is with these overblown titles? I understand drama sells and the fanboys love it and it brings the viewership and you receive a good duty bag. This is exhausting. Can we stop talking about the stuff it's getting exhausting out of? Come on, guys.
The titles. Oh, man. So you just on the same train. You just on the same train. The titles are blame Microsoft, blame Sony. Right? Blame both of them because they're both going head to head about this ABK deal. And that's what you see what I'm saying? That's what our industry that's what our industry is now. So blame Microsoft and blame Sony. Sony responded to Microsoft. Right? They did officially, right? So blame them. Don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. You see what I'm saying? They officially responded to Microsoft pertaining to the Call of Duty deal. Don't blame me. You getting tired of it? You getting tired of it? Okay. That's exactly what I'm talking about. In December 2022, Microsoft said that there are 3 future titles from ZeniMax would release on Xbox and PC only. At the time, the general consensus was that the 3 titles would be Elder Scrolls 6, Redfall, and Starfield. But between December and now, the only ZeniMax game that has been released is Hi-Fi Rush, suggesting that it was one of these 3 games. Wow. So now we're down to 2. Basically, Starfield is currently on Xbox console exclusive, and so is Redfall. That leaves Elder Scrolls 6. Wow. Do y'all believe that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming to PlayStation 5? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comments section. All right, some of y'all coming after me about the title of everything. Okay, whippity-doo. Sony is the one. You don't believe me? Sony is the one doing this, not me. Can't blame the YouTuber for it. Not me. Sony is the one responding to Microsoft, right? In a new statement from Sony when it comes to the current Call of Duty offer, saying that it's going to harm competition. It ain't me. That's Sony. But y'all coming after me though. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's get to it, because I'm so sick and tired of y'all blaming me for stuff. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about it. Sony response to Microsoft. Let's talk about it. This is coming from PlayStationLifestyle.net. Let's talk about it, because, oh no, it's Marlon with these titles. Oh yeah, it's me. It's always me. Okay, let's dig into this. Tired of this bull crap. Sony Interactive Entertainment has released a statement claiming that Microsoft was the one who requested to redact the information in a document to the UK's Competition and Markets Authority, aka CMA. That info concerns details of Microsoft's offer to release Call of Duty games on PlayStation as a mean of what? Placating Sony for the proposed Microsoft Activision merger. While the exact offer has been blocked out, Sony believes that this freaking offer, will do what? Harm competition. Can't make this stuff up. You can't. This is coming from Sony. This is coming from Sony. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I am saying. Joey, thank you for the 5. Says Xbox has already said they will not remove existing franchises from other platforms. Elder Scrolls 6 will be on PlayStation. Appreciate that. So, there you go. Sony said that this current Call of Duty offer will harm competition. That's what they said. And y'all still don't believe that. It was Microsoft that requested redactions of the public filing of the deal it offered to PlayStation. Wow. Oh, we're not even done yet. Redacted versions of the observations filed by SIE and Microsoft on the CMA's remedies notice were made public this week. Information regarding the terms of an offer made by Microsoft to provide future Call of Duty releases on PlayStation was redacted at the request of Microsoft. We believe their current offer will harm competition and innovation in the industry. What do y'all have to say about that? What do y'all have to say about that? What do y'all have to say about that? Sony still standing tall on what they said. right? Microsoft, with their current offer, is going to harm the industry. What do you have to say about that? How do y'all feel about that? Do you think Sony is right for saying that? Do you agree with Sony, with the offer, with the good offer that they offered Sony, that it's going to harm the freaking industry? Do you believe that? How many times have Jim Ryan said that this deal or whatever the case may be is going to harm the industry? Do you believe Jim Ryan? Do you believe PlayStation with their value and stance? Y'all going to defend Sony on this one, or are you going to call them out? Because all they're basing this off of is Call of Duty. That's what they're talking about, the offer from Microsoft, which is Call of Duty. And that is going to harm the industry. So think about that. Think about what they're saying here. Y'all going to defend Sony on that too? You're not going to call them out? Maybe. Let's see this comment. It says, so it's funny that Nintendo, Steam, and GeForce took the deal if it harmed competition. Well, they didn't see it the way how Sony is seeing it. They don't see it the same way how Sony is seeing it. Sony is saying, wait, hold on just a second. This is going to harm our industry. Or Sony, is it going to harm your pockets? You're just using the industry as a scapegoat. Okay. Here goes the Sony. Here goes the Sony Defense Force. Here they come with their rocket launchers. Here they come now. Woo, Marlon, you better move out the way. Here they come. Here they come. Here comes the Sony Defense Force now. Wait a minute, Sony. I see right through your bullcrap. It ain't about the industry. It's about your pockets. It's going to harm your pockets. You're just using the industry as a scapegoat. You see how I just exposed Sony for their bullcrap? Here comes the Defense Force. Here they come with their pitchforks and their Resident Evil 4 type mind style. Here they come. Here they just like the villagers. Here they come. Now they about to come attack you now because now you're messing with their precious Sony. Now a lot of them will agree with Sony. Oh, it's going to harm competition. No, it's going to harm your pockets. It's going to affect your pockets because in the end, it is going to affect your pockets. That's what Microsoft is trying to aim for. They're aiming for your pockets. Let's be real. You see what I'm saying? It's about the bag. Stop playing. Stop using our industry as a scapegoat. You see what I'm saying? Some Super Gaming, what's up? Some people are so blinded. They're so blinded by the fanboys and they're so blinded by the blue light. They've seen so much blue light all their life. All they can think about is just the blue. I love the blue too, dog, but I'm not blinded by it. I'm going to call them out on their BS. Why is it that Nintendo and Steam can accept the deal with flying colors, no hesitation? But Sony, on the other hand, is playing cat and mouse with this deal. Oh, no, we don't need this deal. Oh, no, it's going to be bad for our industry. Right? I can see if you were throwing in the games. I could see if you were throwing in all the other games, right? That belongs to Activision and Activision Blizzard. I can see if you were throwing in a bunch of games in there and saying, you know what, all these games, this is the statement of Jim Ryan. Well, I think here, this is what I think. I think not just Call of Duty, but also the other games, like the older games like Diablo and StarCraft and all the other games, Candy Crush, all these other games is going to affect our industry because those games perform well on PlayStation, and we need these games in order for our player bases, and not only that, but to keep the industry growing a bit. That's what we need. We don't generally need just Call of Duty. We need more than Call of Duty, and so as an entire IP collection from Activision, the fact that these games are being pulled from our platform, that ultimately will destroy our entire portfolio of chances to get these games. So in return, this affects our industry, not just Call of Duty. Now you're speaking my language, Jim. Now you're speaking my language. Stop sipping on that English tea. Stop sipping on that black coffee. Now you're speaking my language. Because that makes sense to me. When you talking about harming the industry, that makes sense to me. Right? That explains it to me right there. But when you're saying, oh, yeah, this is all about Call of Duty, bro. What was it? Oh, hold on. Wasn't this the other day? When was this? We actually heard this, right? For some context, this document is the same one where Sony says, you see how much Sony is a hypocrite? Oh, my God. You see what I'm saying? But no, let's defend Sony on this one. Let's let know. Here they come with their pitchforks. Let's go ahead and defend Sony on this one. Isn't that in the same freaking document? In the same woo! In the same freaking document where they're talking about redacted versions and blah blah blah. All this stuff is gonna be harmful, irreparably, whatever, right? Oh, it's gonna harm the industry, blah blah blah. Okay. For some context, this document is in the same one where Sony says Microsoft and Activision could make Call of Duty deliberately buggy. Didn't we talk about this the last time, y'all? Come on, y'all. Come on. Wasn't Sony talking about Call of Duty being deliberately buggy on PS5 and PS4 to convince players to switch to other platforms? Y'all not even rocking with me though, man. I don't get my flowers, bro. I don't get my flowers. Instead, I get bullcrap served up on a platter. Wow. Sony don't even have enough confidence in themselves. Sony's like, man, Microsoft and Activision could make Call of Duty buggy. Man, I'm gonna let that marinate on y'all, boys. Thirsty. So, you see exactly what I've been saying. And, well, hey, it's going to fall on deaf ears. It's going to fall on deaf ears. 808 don't matter. It don't matter at the end of the day. He said, dang, bro, you was there. God, I hope you enjoyed yourselves today. Oh, God. It don't matter at the end of the day. Oh, boy. This is why I love y'all, man. Some of y'all drive me crazy, but this is why I love y'all. Y'all make me laugh, man. I'm always going to give y'all my best. Doesn't matter what goes on. I got to laugh. That's all I can do is laugh. Ooh, there you go. Bless you. Y'all know me, man. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I get down. Ooh, today is definitely spicy today on a Sunday. Y'all didn't see this coming. Yo. Listen to this next story. We ain't even done yet. I love y'all. I see them laughing emojis. Sony is confident that the PS5 will hit 60 million sales. So that Sony's president, Hiroki Totoki, is confident that PS5 will sell over 60 million units, expects to sell PS5 continuously in the 4th year after launch. Wow, Sony. Wow. Now listen to this. With 32.1 million shipments to date, the PS5 is off to a great start considering its supply issues. Sony management expects to at least double that figure in the coming years as the company ramps up production and manufacturing of the system. Could the PS5 outsell could the PS5 outsell the PS5? It is hard to say, but the PS5 still has not shipped as much as the PS4 did in the launched aligned sales. Now, figures show that the PS4 achieved 37.9 million shipments in its first 9 quarters as compared to the PS5's 32.1 million. Sony hasn't commented on whether or not the PS5 will beat the PS4, but the company is confident its newer PlayStation could beat 60 million sales. He says, quote, "I think we have a good chance to exceed 60 million units. And as you may know, we sold more than 100 million units in the era of the PS4. So that's coming from the COO. Quote, now listen to this. Woo, wonder why we still getting the things that we're getting, right? Totoki continues to underline how the PS4 user base could eventually move over to the PS5 and that Sony has achieved a higher user acquisition with its new system. Now, Sony, if you keep making games on PS4, then people are going to stay on PS4 for a while. They're not going to want to come over to PS5. You know, I mean, unless it's like the diehard elitists that wants the better frame rate, the better resolution, the newer user base, faster load times, things of that nature. If you keep on making games for PS4, it's going to be harder to bring those people over to PS5. I'm just saying, because some people are just stubborn that way. Like, I know a lot of people right now still got PS4s and haven't even upgraded to PS5 yet because they're waiting for that game or they're waiting to be blown away. And that's facts. And we're 3 years in. Okay. So that's also something very important to note as well. So, quote, let's go into what he's saying. Quote, we have extremely loyal users on PS4 that could move to PS5. We have built the PS5 to deliver a better user experience, and surprisingly, current proportions for the PS5 shows that 30% of PS5 owners do not have a PS4. We have captured a new user acquisition with PS5. That provides us with a good potential with the PS5 ecosystem expansion and increased preparation. Quote, we also bring our first party titles to PC platform as well as mobile platforms, and this provides the great opportunity to increase our MAUs in the future. So there you go. Now, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask the fans this. Let me ask the Sony ponies this, because this is directly to the ponies on this one. Like they label y'all as the ponies. So let's let me wait, why is it not allowing me to do a poll? Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Maybe y'all need to hit the like button for your boy and all that stuff, but let me ask y'all this. I don't know why it's not allowing me to do a poll. It's not allowing me to do a poll anymore. I don't know why. All right, so let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think Sony could sell 60 million in the fourth year of the PS5? Do y'all think that's going to happen? Yes or no? Yes or no? Shout outs to everybody in the stream. Shout outs to Big Body Jose. Appreciate you guys. Do y'all think that Sony can hit 60 million units in the fourth year of the PS5? And why? Why do you think that? Do y'all think that they can hit that with what they're doing now? Or do you think that they need to add more multiplayer games? That's what I want to ask y'all. Or they need to add more genre of games other than what they're doing, which we already know that they are actually working on. But let me see what y'all saying. I can't do the poll right now. I don't know why it's not allowing me. He says maybe, yes, no. He says, yeah, but won't outsell the PS4. Heck yeah, it depends on the games and cheaper slim model. Yeah. He said to the ponies, yo, Nola, what's up? It says no, yes, but it's about the MAU multi-active users. Yeah, exactly. It says they already passed 30 million in 2 years. Yes, no doubt. Okay. It says they are selling like hotcakes now that the stock is available. My man Hollow, I appreciate you. Make sure y'all smash up that like button and see if we can get over 200 likes on the show. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, we're officially in the Q&A portion right now. So if you have any questions, any concerns, super chats are welcome. They do help out our show so that we can continue to do what we do here for you guys. So I appreciate y'all. Smash up that like button if you did enjoy the show. Thank y'all. All right, so we're in the Q&A portion now. He says, yeah, they can sell that many consoles, but that's only half of the PS4 fan base. It says, yup, they don't have to do multiplayer. Wow. Do y'all agree that Sony can hit 60 million and not have to do multiplayer, considering that y'all been ranting and raving at Sony to do multiplayer for the longest time? Let me ask y'all this. This is a poll for you guys. Woo, I'm wondering why it's not allowing me to do a poll. Let me remove this altogether. Why is it? Oh yeah, there's the poll. I was wondering why it won't let me. There it is. Okay, now we can do the poll. Do you guys think, hold on, you guys think Sony can beat PS4 numbers without multiplayer? Are we being for real right now? Huh. Wow. Ask them, Marlon. Ask them. Ask them. They're your people. Ask them. Do y'all think that Sony could really outdo the PS4 in sales not doing multiplayer, just single player? I want to hear this narrative. Okay. 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 Y'all think Sony can beat the PS? We're talking about PS4 over what, 120 million at this point? They're like going on 3 years in and they're just at 30 million, right? And in the fourth year, they're going to somehow double the numbers and just not doing anything different. Just the same old not multiplayer, but we know multiplayer stuff is coming. But I'm just saying, like, if they don't do something drastic to beat PS4 numbers, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's possible, but I don't know. I don't know. They need multiplayer. In my eyes, I think they need multiplayer, which they have a ton of multiplayer stuff in development. It says multiplayer is like how internet was. Now it's a necessity. Yeah, it is true. He said, Marlon, in case you missed it, I'm done with gaming. It's too toxic. Hey, big body. I feel you, bro. I feel you 100%. It is toxic. Trust me, it is very toxic. It's just not the same anymore. Believe me. It says not even if they added Crunchyroll with PlayStation Plus. I mean, that's just a tip of the iceberg. That's just a little bit of icing on the cake. You know what I mean? That ain't really gonna really pull numbers like that for consoles. But hey, man. He says maybe 50-50. He says, laugh out loud, PS4 has thrived on single player. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. But now we're in a whole new generation and people are saying, oh, we need multiplayer. We need multiplayer. So I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. People are demanding multiplayer at this point, and they have a lot of things currently, they have a lot of things currently in development, multiplayer wise. So I don't know, guys. I really don't know to put a finger on it. I don't know. Let's see here. We said Bloodborne 2 is what they need. Keep thinking you're getting Bloodborne too, bro. Yeah, same thing I could say for SOCOM and Resistance and Metal Gear and all those other titles that we currently do need. You might as well throw those into the mix as well. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Big Body Jose. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the birthday wishes. This is Marlon. Happy birthday to me yesterday. Hey, shout out to Superman Gaming. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Hit the subscribe button if you're brand new. Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. Come in with your questions. I did it yesterday, Alex. I guess you don't go on Twitch. I did play Gran Turismo 7 yesterday, and there was really nothing else I didn't wanted to try yet. I'm waiting on that Creed game to come out. I mean, that's hearsay. Swiss, that's hearsay at this point. That's he say, she say at this point. Says Sony need to remake all their old games. That's an understatement. We'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. It says PS4 got help from Xbox One being so bad. Don't have that advantage this gen. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Microsoft ain't playing, bro. Microsoft is not playing with Game Pass. I'm telling you. Like, this is a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. Microsoft know that they can't compete with Sony pound for pound, game for game, and console for console. They can't win in that area, especially when it comes to single player stuff. That's why they're bringing the fight to them with Game Pass. They're bringing the fight to Sony with Game Pass and buying up all these companies. That's how they're having the leg up on Sony. Fight Night, yeah, they said that it's coming, but I don't know. They said that it's coming. That's the only thing that we heard so far, that it's coming. But I mean, we'll see. We will see. We will see what happens. This is Marlon. What happened to Infamous Games? So we heard that there's one in development. I don't know how true that is. And the crazy part is most of y'all don't even talk about PSVR 2 anymore. That's the crazy part. Most of y'all don't even talk about PSVR 2. It's almost as if like PSVR 2 is dead. Like it's just nobody's talking about it. Like it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I rarely see anybody talk about PSVR 2. One, it's too expensive for a lot of you guys. And two, there's really no games that's on PSVR 2 that y'all want to play. So some of y'all rarely talk about it. And VR is a niche. It is. You know, it's not for everybody. Not everybody likes VR. So there you go. Maybe after this, maybe Sony might not make no more VRs. You know, depending on how it sells. We'll see. He says, I'm hyped for VR 2. I just don't have one. Hey, that's valid. That's valid. Says, I love my PSVR 2. Pavlov. Let's see, for me at the moment, waiting for another game to come. I understand that. He says, why talk about something we don't have? That is true. That is true. Yeah, it's not for everyone. It's definitely not for everyone. That's for sure. That's for doggone sure. It's not for everyone. Says, hey, Marlon, can someone with a heart condition play PSVR 2? That's a question I don't know. It all depends on the extent of it. You know what I mean? Because for me, if I play it too much, I get dizzy and fatigue, whatever. So, you know, I can't really play it long periods of time, you know? So, yeah. Says multiplayer games pay the bills for these companies. Facts. Yes, sir. Yes, it does. And that's why Microsoft is trying to expand in that area like crazy. Oh, because you lame? Maybe I am lame. Maybe I am lame. That's why you want to marry me. Sony got highly anticipated games this year, followed by stuff in the pipeline, multiplayer games, and they are still evaluating PlayStation Plus. That is true. Trey says, Marlon Gaming, not to mention how VR makes you feel. He says, yup, I had 3 heart surgeries since I was 4 years old. My last one was in 2012. Wow, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Man, I did not know that. Stay strong, Super Titan, man. Stay strong, you know. God bless you, bro. God bless you on a Sunday. God bless you. Appreciate you. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the support. I appreciate it. Oh, man. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Stay strong, bro. VR messes with your head if you don't get used to it. It says, say what you want, Marlon. No matter what fanboy and pony say and cap about Xbox will always be here. And deep down, you know that is how it is. Xbox ain't going nowhere. They have Game Pass. I've said it so many times. They have Game Pass now. If it wasn't for Game Pass, they would have been over with. It says, I'm finishing up Dead Space Remake as I'm listening. Oh, let's go, Hollow. Appreciate the love, man. I mean, it's possible. Series X gaming on is possible. It's possible, man. It is a strong possibility. I'll say that. It says, heard Sony dropped documents with PS6 release 2020. Yeah, that's been a while now. But we'll see. We will see. You know how these companies are. We will see what happens. It says, I'm betting the showcase that's apparently coming soon is going to be huge. Yeah, for sure. It says, Marlon, what game you playing today or tomorrow? I ain't playing no games today. I played out on Twitch. Some of y'all don't follow me out on Twitch, but I played some games yesterday on Twitch. Fable, Couture, I beg to differ on that one. It says right here, Game Pass has changed the game. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So, Marlon, if Sony comes out saying that Marvel Spider-Man 2 is coming to PS4 as well as PS5, bro, that's going to piss off a lot of gamers. I just really want to see a true next-gen experience, that's all. I know, just like we talked about with Factions 2. It's a possibility, bro. You know how these companies are, bro. They say one thing and then they backpedal on it. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, we want, and then people come after you for saying, oh, you want just next generation experiences only. I don't understand, bro. Dang if you do, dang if you don't. That's just people for you, bro. That's just people. Soon, Pink Unicorn, soon. Says they already confirmed Spider-Man PS5 only, right? Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said. Says, bro, do you think Nintendo will have an all-digital console like PS5? I mean, it's possible. Says, I expected Factions 2 to be on PS4. It's a gas game. There you go. Says, I bought my PS5 for KH4 because I know it's next gen. Says, I just want this deal to be over. Is going crazy back and forth with it. Exactly. I've said it, man. This deal is like so annoying. At least the Activision Blizzard deal was like a little bit much more easier, but man, this is very annoying at this point. It really is very annoying. If Factions is for PS4, why be surprised if it's gonna be on PC day one? And been in development since PS4 era. There you go. It says, all right, bro, have a good one. It says, I'm about to go look at this Brooklyn next game. Okay, got you. Appreciate you. It says, basically keep this drive PS5 as it will become rare in the future. It says there are a leak. Nintendo Switch 2 is in production. Yeah, I've seen and heard about all those different leaks and stuff like that. It's just ridiculous, man. Until Nintendo officially comes out and say it, then I'll believe it then. But until then, I'm not going to waste my time one way or the other, bro. No, I haven't tried it yet, man. I haven't got around to even get back in the game. I think once I get a Series X back again, then I'll get back into it. I mean, I really want to really... I have not yet, you know. It says, with a large audience, you will never make everybody happy. Somebody will always disagree and come after you. Name of the game, hang strong. Hey, Mr. Hall, you already know, bro. You already know, bro. You ain't saying nothing that's far from the truth. You already know, bro. You can't win. You can't win. You can't win, bro. And you always remember, you can't make everybody happy. You know what I mean? If you're not pro Xbox, you know what I'm saying? If you're not pro Xbox, then, or if you're not pro PlayStation, then hey. Yeah, it's always going to be like that. Opinions. Exactly. Facts. You know what I mean? Facts. All facts. You know, that's why I take the time to talk to you guys. You know what I mean? Take the time to, after the show, talk to you guys and see what's going on. See what's in your head and how you feel about things. A lot of content creators don't take the time to talk to their audiences. That's why they wonder why they get the performance that they get. At least I talk to mines, you know, as much as I can. Hollow, I have a Series S, as you can see right over there. I have a Series S. It says, bro, PS5s are literally available everywhere. So what really gives them an excuse to put... I tell you what gives them the excuse. Money. They can make more money if they make it multi-plat. It says, if you're not pro Xbox, you're going to get left behind. Exactly. He says, bro, so when do you think the Switch 2 will be announced? Honestly, bro, I think next year. Because, you know, we have all these other games coming out this year. You know, we have Zelda. You know, we have, what else? What else is coming out, Nintendo? I can't even think right now. There's so many games I'm pretty sure I can't remember off the top of my head that's happening this year for Nintendo. So it's like, you know, why drop a next generation console now if you don't have to, especially in this year? I'm just saying, now when there's bigger games coming out, like, I don't know. He says, bro, so let me see. Okay, let's see. Says, I always will watch your channel tomorrow. Hey, Nighthawk, I appreciate you, fam. Nedson, what's good? Appreciate you for being here. Says, they will make more PS5s only games. Yeah, we'll see when that happens. Hollow says, we all need to get back to what matters most, and that's the gaming community coming together and enjoying games. I know, wishful thinking. Exactly. You know, people just too toxic and coming after you just for having an opinion, and it is what it is, man. You can't win. Says, love your streams, brother. I will watch when I can. As a heavy vehicle driver, I don't always get to watch, but love it when I can. My man. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it, bro. We're just hanging in here fighting the battle. Like I said, what do y'all donate, yes or no? I mean, it helps. Just by you being here, talking to me, it helps. You see what I'm saying? It helps, man, because it helps me continue to do this. I've been going on I think June the 24th of this year is going to make 9 years since this channel has been in existence. 9 years. It's a long time to be doing something. He says, looking forward to any Hindi games. Helldivers 2 looks interesting, even though I'm not really into those sort of over-the-top strategic type of games. And Little Devils Inside looks interesting as well. Let's see here. He said, Marlon, you looking forward to The Last of Us? Yeah, I'm actually catching up right now. I think we just finished episode 7 or something like that. So. Woo! Woo! Blessed, see? All that blessing I'm getting. All that blessing I'm getting. Yo, thank you so much, Nighthawk Afterburner, with the 1 gifted membership. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the show. Definitely does help out. No, I haven't seen the Mario movie yet. Definitely does help out. Shout outs to Omar for becoming a member officially because of the gifted subs. Make sure you go to the community tab where you'll find access to all your perks. Go check it out, man. I appreciate you. Blessing. Now my allergies are kicking up. I think they just cut the grass next door, so I'm feeding all the effects of that. It says, sorry, brother, not to... It says not on Game Pass, so I can't afford to give... I can't afford to give super chats to you. $70 games costing me $100 huzzy dollars plus. Hey, you good. You good. Hey, listen. When you can is when you can. Okay? When you can is when you can. So it's all good. Just by you being here is $1 million. Just by you being here is $1 million. You know what I mean? It's $1 million blessings. So God bless you, bro. And you watching all the way from Australia. God bless you, fam. First lady says, Remy said, bless you. And Carol said, hi. Hey, Carol, what's going on? Shout outs to Carol. Appreciate the love and the support. I'm over here on the grind. I'm over here working, you know, working. God bless Carol. Appreciate the love. It says there's nothing lazy about Capcom. I don't think that the developers would deliberately fumble a game behind some backdoor deal or something. RE4 wasn't running like crap on Xbox. Nah, it was running good from what I heard. It says, have you seen the new Mario boots you can buy? I'm pretty sure it's very expensive. I'm pretty sure it's very expensive. It says, Marlon, I still think there's no excuse. PS5s are easier to get now. Some people just lazy and broke because either they don't feel like getting one or they just too broke again. There's no excuse. I think people who are definitely invested in gaming heavily, you know, from the start of PS4 generation, I think that they can afford $500, right? I think they can afford $500. It's just that they just don't want to because they feel like, well, if Sony is making games readily available on PS4 still, then why buy a PS5? You know what I mean? I don't care about faster load times. I don't care about 4K. I don't care about ray tracing. I don't care about 60 FPS. I don't care about the IO throughput and the amazing audio system and the features of the DualSense. I don't care about all that. Some people are like that, bro. Some people are just low-key like that. Some people just want to be on a budget. I don't think it has anything to be, you know, being broke and things of that nature. I just think that some people can afford it. A lot of the majority of people that have invested into PlayStation can afford to buy a PS5. They just don't want to because Sony is still making games for PS4. So they're like, why should I just jump and buy a PS5? Let me save myself, you know, $10 and keep my PS4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, so some people are just like, let me just hang in there. You know what I mean? It says, so PS5 Pro, I hear, is coming. Thoughts? I heard that it wasn't happening, apparently, and their main focus is going to be the PS6. Don't know how true that is, but, I mean, at this point in time, you got to ask yourselves, why do we need a PS5 Pro? That's what you got to ask yourselves, like, why do I need a PS5 Pro? What is the need for a PS5 Pro? What does the PS5 Pro can do, like, or what can the PS5 Pro can do that the PS5 can't do? You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask those questions. It says, bro, I finally played RE4 demo on my Series X and it looks amazing, bro. And I can't wait for this game to release already, bro. Hey, I feel you 100. I feel you. It says that the top developers from the good old days and the worst developers today, time changes. Hey, one and done, my man. Appreciate the blessing. Thank you for being here. Make sure that you smash up that like button. I said, Pony's done attacking Marlon. Hey, Black Magic, you already know, bro. They came after your boy, bro, but I'm still here. Still standing tall, you know? You know how they get, man. Says, bro, is Sony still bringing a PS5 Slim? As far as I can remember, yes. I mean, they haven't said anything differently, but as far as I can remember, yeah. You know, but we'll see what happens. Says, nope, PS5 Pro is a thing. It's slightly above the PS5, but slightly below the PS6. We will see. We will see, one and done. We will see. We will see. You know what I'm saying? He said, come with the pitchfork. Hey, I'm telling you, it's what they do, man. They know different from those people, those villagers in Resident Evil 4 in the village. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's just coming after Leon. You know what I mean? Now you got to survive. You know, this is just now you got to survive the apocalypse. You know, that's just the way it is, man. If you don't speak, and that goes with anything else in life. If you're not pro Xbox or pro anything, now it don't even have to do with gaming consoles. It is a fact of life. If you're not speaking positively on anything, you know what I'm saying, and you're knocking out against things, trust and believe, watch your back, because that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. It's somebody that's going to disagree with you, you know, somebody that's going to be after you. It's a dangerous thing, man. Like, my line of work is dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, any type of public speaking, things of that nature. I mean, we're seeing people that was before us. What happened to them when they're knocking out against certain things, or they don't like this, or this is not right. And I'm just keeping it a buck. You know what I mean? So it's just, and you're dealing with the internet, and you're dealing with people, like, that's just, people will come after you, you know, whatever the case may be, they will come after you. Whether they like you, somebody can tell you that they love you, and then they'll donate to you, and they see you in person, they'll shake your hand. But the minute you say something wrong or say something that they don't like, now you got an enemy on your hands. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's just like making music, right? You're making all these records for years. You're making all these albums for years. And you know what I'm saying? You're known for dropping amazing albums, amazing body of work. And the minute you just change up your style, and then you start, you know, talking about other things, knocking out against certain things, then people just stop supporting your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, people start calling you a fraud, and, you know, it's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing, you know? So what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? You just got to do whatever makes you happy. That's why people have been demanding music from me for years, asking me, hey, man, why is it taking you so long? You know what I'm saying? To come out with music. Like, why is it, you know, what's going on? You know what I mean? When you're getting back in the studio, and yeah, I need this material. Like, when I get in the studio and I start doing music, it's going to be music that is different. I don't want to do music that everybody else is doing, or music that you hear on the radio every single day. Like, I want to do something different, you know. And take for instance, Nipsey Hussle, God rest his soul. Like, look how long it took him to come out with his first studio album, debut album. Like, it took him forever. You know what I mean? Yeah, he had mixtapes and other things like that back in the day, selling them for like $100 a pop. But think about how long it took him to put that body of work out, and how it sound when you actually listen to it. You know, how different it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, for me, that's the kind of vein I'm going through. Like, I don't want to just put anything out there like, oh yeah, this is garbage or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how people look at things, man. So you just have to differentiate yourself from the industry, differentiate yourself from what everybody else is doing, and be different, you know? One deep. Let's see here. One and Done says, trust me, my brother, that info from Foxy Games UK, that dude is very credible, and many things we see happening in the gaming industry, like the shift in Sony, he called it years before. Oh yeah, for sure. Most definitely One and Done, for sure. You know what I mean? He was ahead of his time, for sure. He says, bro, so do you think Capcom will start working on Code Veronica remake next? I don't think so. Maybe 5. maybe before they go to court. I heard that in the grapevine that might not happen, that they might not do Code Veronica. I guess they don't have enough people to, you know what I'm saying? That they don't have enough people to, I guess, you know, rant and raving about Code Veronica, I guess. So we'll see what happens. It's like baseball, Yankees versus Boston Marlins. They are always fighting. Facts. There you go. Said it doesn't make sense to me buy a console for the first 4 years. See what I'm saying? Says, I'm trying to get my studio and back into music. Best wishes, don't stop. My man, Ray, appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for the support today, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the share button for me. We just cracked over 200 likes. I appreciate y'all. It says, bro, do you think Nintendo and Konami will do a remake of Metal Gear? It's a possibility. He says Capcom may revisit the original Resident Evil for a solid remake. That could be a possibility too as well. I mean, I forgot about that. That could be a possibility as well. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me, man. I appreciate y'all. It says back from time. Man. I love y'all, man. Congratulations to everybody for making it here today. Appreciate all the love. Thank y'all for the super chats. They definitely do help us out for us to continue to do what we do best here on the channel. So I appreciate everybody for liking, subscribing, hanging out with me today on a Sunday. As we approach a new week, I pray that this week will be a blessed week for all of us in gaming, and for us not to be so divided, for all of us to come together, because that's what gaming does. It's supposed to bring us all together, and it's too much. It's too much division going on in gaming right now, and we need to just all come together because we're all after the same thing, and it's to play games and have fun. And unfortunately, too much fanboy and people just being toxic is just ruining our industry right now, and we just have to stand tall. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the love. Smash up that like button continuously. See if we can get 300 likes. I know that we can do it. I love y'all. See you guys tomorrow, man. A strong work week ahead of me. You know, as a content creator, your job is never done. So hopefully you guys get something good out of the stream today. Me, per se, I did get something good out of the stream because I had to keep it real with myself at the end of the day. So love you guys. Be blessed. Be easy. And like Etika would say, I promise to keep his name alive as usual. Please have yourself a great one. I love y'all. Peace. We out. See you guys.